You know, the Dallas Cowboys have always been a team built on talent and development, especially when it comes to the defensive line. It's no secret that to make a real push in 2025, the Cowboys need guys like Mazy Smith and Guyton to step up their game. Both of these players have shown flashes of potential, but improvement is a must if Dallas wants to compete with the league's elite defenses. So who needs to improve more going into next season? Is it the solid, but sometimes inconsistent, Mazy Smith, or the promising rookie Guyton trying to find his footing? That's the question we're diving into today. Last year, Smith was expected to be a key piece on the defensive front, with his size and power making him a force against the run. But while he showed some strong moments, there were times where his technique and consistency just weren't quite there. On the other hand, Guyton came in as a rookie with raw athleticism and high upside, but naturally, rookies face a steep learning curve. His transition to the NFL speed and complexity of Dallas defense hasn't been smooth sailing yet. The Cowboys are counting on both of these guys to improve not just for depth, but because their development will directly impact how well the defense holds up against tough opponents. It's clear that progress here could make or break the Cowboys' ability to stop the run and put pressure on quarterbacks in 2025. So here's where I want you to get involved. Who do you think has more pressure to level up this offseason? Is it Mazy Smith with the experience and the bigger role, or Guyton, who still has to prove he belongs? Drop your vote in the comments, Mazy or Tyler, and let's see where the Cowboys fans stand on this. And hey, if you're all about keeping up with everything Cowboys related, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. We're all about breaking down the key players who will shape the season, alright? That's our setup. Next, we're going to break down Mazy Smith's journey so far, what he's done well and where he needs to improve. Stay tuned for that. Mazy Smith came into the league with a lot of hype. Coming out of college, he was known for his combination of size, strength, and surprising quickness for a big guy. Dallas saw that potential and expected him to be a cornerstone on their defensive line pretty quickly. And honestly, Smith has shown some of that promise during his time with the Cowboys. He's been a solid presence against the run, and it has had moments where his power overwhelmed offensive linemen. Those flashes remind us why Dallas invested in him. But here's the thing, the NFL is a whole different level, and consistency is king. Smith still has room to grow when it comes to technique, especially in pass rush situations. Sometimes he looks a bit stiff or gets stuck in blockers' hands, which limits his impact on passing downs. Improving hand usage and refining his pass rushing moves will be critical if he wants to become a true difference maker. On top of that, staying healthy and playing every down is huge. The Cowboys' defense can't afford to lose a player of his size and ability for stretches of the season. When Smith is on the field and firing on all cylinders, the defense looks tougher. But if he's inconsistent or banged up, it's a weak spot opposing offenses will exploit. Now, here's a question for you. Do you see Mazy Smith as a future leader on the Cowboys defense, maybe even a guy who anchors the line for years to come? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your favorite Mazy moment or what you think his biggest strength is in the comments. I'll be watching. If you're enjoying this deep dive, make sure to give this video a like. It helps the channel grow and keeps us bringing you the best Cowboys content. Plus, it's always good to know what you want more of. So in summary, Smith has the physical tools and flashes of dominance, but his challenge is about refining his game, staying consistent, and becoming reliable every single snap. That's where the Cowboys need him to get better as they look to build a dominant defense for 2025. Coming up next, we'll shift gears and look at Guyton, the rookie with tons of upside, but also a steep mountain to climb. Stick around because his story is just as interesting. Guyton's rookie season was a real learning experience, and that's to be expected when you're a young player stepping into the NFL trenches for the first time. Coming out of college, Guyton was praised for his athleticism and versatility, but making the jump to the pros is never easy. The speed of the game, the complexity of the schemes, and the physicality all ramp up, and Guyton felt that firsthand. In his rookie year, Guyton showed flashes of what he could become: quick off the snap, able to disrupt plays, and with the agility to make plays in space. Those moments gave Cowboys fans hope that he might be a key piece down the line, but the reality is that as a rookie, he also struggled with consistency and sometimes got overwhelmed by more experienced offensive linemen. That's just part of the growing pains. The coaching staff has been clear that 2025 is a pivotal year for Guyton. He needs to sharpen his technique, learn the defense better, and build strength to handle the physical battles on every snap. If he can do that, there's a real chance he could carve out a bigger role and add depth and explosiveness to the Cowboys' defensive front. Here's something to think about. Should Tyler Guyton be getting more reps next season, or does he need more time to develop behind the scenes? I want to hear from you. Vote yes if you think he deserves more playing time, or no if you believe he needs another year to polish his skills. Drop your answer in the comments and tell me why. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. We dive deep into players like Guyton all year long, breaking down their progress and what it means for the Cowboys. So while Guyton's rookie season had its ups and downs, the key takeaway is this: he has the physical traits and potential, but 2025 will be his real test. The Cowboys need to see growth from him if they want a defense that can keep up with the top offenses in the league. Next up, we're going to put Mazy Smith and Tyler Guyton side by side and compare who's got the bigger mountain to climb in their Cowboys journey. Don't go anywhere. Alright, now let's get into the real debate, comparing Mazy Smith and Tyler Guyton head-to-head to figure out who has the bigger challenge ahead. Both guys bring different things to the table, but their development will be critical for the Cowboys' defensive success in 2025. Mazy Smith is the more experienced player, with a year or two under his belt. He's already shown he can be a force against the run, and the expectation is that he'll continue to improve his technique and consistency. The pressure on Smith is about becoming reliable every single play. The Cowboys need him to be a steady presence who can anchor the defensive line and set the tone for the rest of the defense. He has the physical tools and flashes of dominance, but the mental side, staying locked in, refining his hand usage, and mastering the nuances is what will really separate him from being good to great. Now, Tyler Guyton is a different story. As a rookie, he's still adjusting to the NFL grind. The challenge for him is steeper in some ways because he's still learning the playbook, adapting to the speed, and building the strength to handle elite offensive linemen. The upside with Guyton is arguably higher, given his athleticism and raw ability, but the question is whether he can make those necessary adjustments fast enough to contribute in a bigger way. The Cowboys coaching staff clearly sees potential, but the pressure to develop quickly and carve out a role is intense. So who has the bigger mountain to climb? If you're betting on quick, consistent impact, Mazy Smith faces the challenge of elevating his game and staying healthy while proving he can be a cornerstone. If you're looking at long-term upside and potential breakout, Tyler Guyton's path is more about growth, learning, and raw talent turning into reliable production. What do you think? If you had to bet on one player to have a breakout season in 2025, who's your pick? Smith or Guyton? Drop your vote in the comments and let's get that debate going. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want to keep up with all the latest on these two and the Cowboys defense. We're building something special here, and you don't want to miss it. Next, we'll wrap things up by talking about what this all means for the Cowboys' 2025 season and how the development of these two guys fits into the bigger picture. Stay with me. So, looking at the bigger picture, the development of Mazy Smith and Tyler Guyton isn't just about individual success. It's about how the entire Cowboys defense shapes up in 2025 and beyond. The defensive line is the foundation of any strong defense, Especially in today's NFL, where stopping the run and getting to the quarterback quickly can change the outcome of games. If both Smith and Guyton can improve like the Cowboys hope, that front line will become a serious problem for opposing offenses. Mazy Smith's growth into a reliable, dominant force would give Dallas a rock-solid anchor against the run. Meanwhile, if Tyler Guyton takes his next steps and adapts faster to the NFL, he could add a new layer of speed and versatility that makes the defense more dynamic and harder to game plan against. For fans, this means keeping a close eye on training camp and preseason. Those early reps and performances will give us clues on who's stepping up and how the Cowboys' defense might look when the regular season kicks off. Remember, the better these to get, the more pressure they can put on offenses, and that makes life easier for the entire defense, including the secondary and linebackers. Before I let you go, I want to hear your predictions. How do you see the Cowboys' defensive line shaping up in 2025? Do you think Smith and Guyton will be key contributors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We're aiming to hit 15,000 subscribers so we can keep delivering the kind of deep Cowboys content you love. Your support really makes a difference. Thanks for sticking with me through this breakdown. I'm excited to see how these two develop, and I know you are too. We'll keep following their journey every step of the way. Catch you next time.